I think the main question that we are hoping to answer is why, once you read a job application, are you not able to actually see if the candidate's a good fit for the position? And why, when I'm looking for jobs, can I not picture what that job looks like once I've read the job description? Yeah, so I think my journey mostly started when I was at the University of Florida studying psychology, where I was able to get exposure to a lot of areas of the discipline. I chose psychology because I've always been really interested in humans, but I decided very on I wasn't interested in their organs or, the more medical sides of things. And I was a lot more interested in the human experience, human behavior, like what makes people more likely to do certain things versus others, or what types of environments make people happy and things like that. So that side of the human experience was always more interesting to me. So I decided to kind of go into psychology. But the one that is most recent to me that kind of led to the connection to this current role and product is a research role where I work with adults with autism all across the lifespan, so from young adulthood to older adulthood. And I wasn't expecting to work with adults with autism or other neurodiversity, just because I was kind of looking for a variety of different roles. And I'm so fresh in my career that I was trying to get sort of just any experience that I could. But once I landed within working with this population, I just absolutely fell in love with all the people I was meeting. And I really became more passionate about getting to a place where I can be the person who's making actual changes in the systems that they operate in every day, because I'm a firm believer in the fact that the environment contributes so much to our own well-being and success as humans. And that is how I met Boaz, Santiago, the community, and his connections to the neurodiverse community. We really just found common ground in the fire beneath us to kind of be the ones that are pushing forward a new reality for these different communities. And also, using our own backgrounds, experience, and strengths to kind of push forward those things. So he was able to introduce me to the rest of the team, and kind of through just organic conversation and an understanding of the fact that very deep down, we all cared about this very deeply.
Awesome.
We were able to kind of form a team and just say, we want to make something. And so we decided kind of in the hiring space was where is kind of a big jumping point for a trickle down effect of a lot of things that we could change, like being able to expose people with autism or other neurodevelopmental disabilities to workplaces and positions that they never knew that one day they could hold, and also exposing employers to the wealth of people, skills, experiences, strengths that people in the neurodiverse community have to offer that are maybe being missed because of the traditional hiring processes.
Gotcha.
So with the mission of both of those things in mind, we kind of teamed up and have developed this product, and it's changed shape a lot over time. But right now where we're at is a very universal design perspective of just trying to create a new hiring platform that we believe will set people up a lot more for success in the hiring process. And we're operating under the principles of universal design, but very much keeping that neurodiverse community in mind, because universal design means that it hopefully works well for everyone. And from our perspective, what works better for one person can work better for everyone as well. I mean, I myself have applied to lots of jobs the past few years, as I was saying, just being a recent undergraduate, leaving college and sort of entering the workforce for the first time. And I've also been on the other end of hiring as well, of sifting through resumes and applications and trying to decide whether a person is good for a role or not. And I think something I noticed on either side of it was that we're reading an application and we're reading a job description, And when we get to the end of the page, we have no idea what that role actually does, and we have no idea how that person would actually fit into this role. Obviously, once you get face-to-face time with someone, these things can kind of be elucidated. But I think something a lot of employers are struggling with is a really high volume of applications, especially since everything is accessible electronically now. And so they don't have time to even bring in sometimes the top 10% of candidates for that in-person, face-to-face time where you can get to know someone a little bit better and someone can get to know the role a little bit better too. So I think a big piece that we are integrating into our product that for me begins to change the game is just utilizing different language. I think something that the community of people with neurodiverse needs might struggle with, and it's such a spectrum, like you're saying, beyond autism, but ADHD, lots of other different, maybe learning differences or sensory differences or developmental differences that kind of comprise this community. The way that we're kind of designing for them too is equipping them with better tools to be able to represent themselves in a way that employers can understand, because I think that can be a big barrier for the neurodiverse community.
Sure, absolutely.
And so what we're trying to do is sort of synchronize the two sides of the job application and equipping candidates and employers alike with language that's a lot more specific and gets into the details of what this person will actually be doing when they enter this job. So we're kind of making a demand on either side to really represent yourself in a way that's tangible to the other person, so that that communication is improved in the job application. And one of the ways that we're doing that is by creating really strength-forward hiring. So a lot of times people can learn different strengths through very different experiences, and not all of them are always professional. So you have the typical resume that lists the job you had in the past, what skills you learned from that specific job, and you need to keep it to 1 to 2 pages, and you might only include professional experiences. But what about the 10 summers that you spent as a camp counselor, providing first aid for people, solving problems in like quasi-crisis situations that have made you a really astute listener or have good problem-solving skills on your feet, have made you a really adept communicator, and all of those things. So rather than tying our skills and strengths to the specific job experience like a resume, we allow them to sort of be freestanding so that they're a lot more representative of the person at large. And we try to really equip both sides with extensive drop-down lists where we have developed language that might get a little more specific and visual with who this person is and what their strengths are, and who this employer is and what that job looks like, so that we can start to improve that communication between both sides. So I think communication is the real problem, and that's sort of our approach to solving it.
Yeah. And communication is a main problem in almost every interaction. You fill this gap very well, and you have a very well-rounded team. You have a good researchers in your team. You have a very good industry partners, executive team members in your squad. How do you think that you and your team members can make this bundle? I mean, it's one of the main reason of all the startups and companies that failed. It's they cannot have enough research background. Sometimes, if sometimes they have that backbone, they cannot make that reach to fill this gap between universities and research, and they stay in their own labs, that they stay in their own paper studies and research studies, and they cannot make this bridge happen to the real life. How did you and your team make this happen?
Yeah, I agree. That's one of the most special parts of the team, and something that I'm just trying to continuously absorb from everyone around me. It's not every day that you're, in weekly meetings with people who have such vast, different professional experiences and perspectives to kind of share. So I agree that that's a really unique aspect of our team. I think something that's really special about the community of people who are invested in neurodivergent individuals in the community and research is that everyone is very 10 toes down and committed. And I think that's how we kind of brought this team together. We all have our different reasons for being invested in making a difference, but because of that common thread, we all stay very engaged and are able to offer our different perspectives to create this harmony between fields. I would love to see Neuromatch start to be used as the primary hiring platform for some larger companies in the next 2 years. And some of the steps in the next few months that we're very excited to share when it's time will lead us closer to that goal, which is very exciting. I would love to start gathering lots of good data about the success of the platform so that we continue to build it and develop it and shape it so that it does what we say it's going to do. So I'm really just excited to see all of our ideas come to life in the next 2 years and start to make good matches. That's the name of the game for our platform. So that's what I see in the next 2 years and what I'm so excited to enter into this new chapter as startups can evolve so rapidly and just change shape all the time. But I think in the next 2 years, that's what we're looking at pretty confidently. So I'm really excited for that new era of Neuromatch. Yeah, it makes me so excited to know that something so prolific is already in motion. And I think the future of what we're doing and what lots of different startups and just innovators are doing is the fusion of all of these different disciplines and industries. And I think Neurotech Frontiers is doing that. And I think the first step to making real change is actually implementing it. And that sounds simple, but it's very often that a company or a group devises a mission, but doesn't actually fluently incorporate the small pieces that make up that vision. And so I think something that can support our mission and the mission of many, many companies and startups like us out there, I'm sure, is just to continue making changes at, the very base levels that will eventually infiltrate up to the mission of these larger universities, companies, centers, clinics, all of these things. And I think that also just continuing to make collaborations with businesses, universities, people, doctors' offices, clinics, like I'm saying before, making collaborations with people who have shared missions is how we all lift each other up and support one another. So we're looking forward to doing that in the future by working with employers who have strong missions of inclusive hiring. And, that's the whole MO of Neurotech Frontiers. So I'm super excited to know that that type of collaboration is happening at such a large scale, and I'm excited to keep tuning in.